Greetings and welcome to another Diablo 2 Resurrected video. Today I want to show you the Destruction Druid, or Double D. And Destruction is a rune word that you can put in a sword or an pole arm. So maybe a Cryptic Axe, for example, or a Faceblade. Faceblade has a very fast attack speed, and Cryptic Axe is not bad either. It has more max damage, so I toyed around with both. If you use the Faceblade, you can also use Phoenix, which gives you Redemption Aura, Firestorm on striking, and minus enemy fire resistance. But why is Destruction so nice? It just does a lot of things. It does Nova on attack, it does Volcano on striking, it does Molten Boulder on striking, and has some other nice perks like Ignore Target's Defense, adding magic damage, Mana Storm per hit, Crushing Blow, Deadly Strike. Of course, it's very expensive. It is a Vex Low Burja Co. But it is very fun, and if you are like reaching a point, maybe with your Fury Druid or with another build where you have enough worth left over, then maybe you want to make a Destruction. So other than that, I have Flickering Flame and Helmet to further boost my fire skills and lower the enemy fire resistances. I have High Lord's Wrath, Chains of Honor for all the good that it does, like All-Res and plus 2 skills. War Travelers for now. You can also use like Gore Riders if you like. I have them somewhere here. Gore Riders for the Crushing Blow, Deadly Strike, Open Wounds, of course. A String of Ears to get some life storm per hit and damage reduction. Raven Frost. Abyss Projector just to get some lightning on striking. You can also use another Raven Frost or like Bull Cathos. And Laying on Hands just for like the increased attack speed and plus damage to demons. Guess there are other options as well, like for example Dracools for the life tab. But I was just toying around, and this is pretty neat. And the Mercenary has a Reaper's Toll for now. You can also give him Affinity if you want, a Treachery and a Vamp Gaze. As for the skills, Shapeshifting, 20 into Werewolf, 20 into Fury. Around 5 into Lycanthropy. It's more like, okay, how much life do you want? The duration is, I think, high enough. And the rest into Armageddon and some of its synergies. So we'll be Furying within our Werewolf form, and then also activate Armageddon for a little bit extra damage of fire and fire per second, and also physical damage. So that's about it. So let's jump in to some gameplay right here into the cow level. So we can just activate our Armageddon, get Feral Rage going. And as you can see, it's just a lot going on with this rune word. Firestorms from our torch, of course, from our Phoenix shield. There is volcanoes, there is molten boulders. It's just very bright, to be honest. It's a lot of fire. And while it may not be like the best damage, the fastest, whatever, it's just nice to look at. It's also Nova. Also, there are some lightnings from the Wisp Projector. You're able to see that there's like Holy Bolt from the Laying of Hands. And it's just pretty chill, because you can just clear just about everything, right? And with the upcoming Terror Zones, I believe this will be pretty fun, because I believe you can almost farm anything. As for physical immunes, you have the Crepify from the Reaper's Toll of a Mercenary. And then there's only like, yeah, fire immunes that maybe stand in your way, but again, you have a lot of physical damage to compensate. And it's just havoc, wreaking havoc. It's just, remember this Destruction, and yeah, we're destroying like everything here. Look at these 4 volcanoes. Yeah, other than that, I also have an Annie and a Torch and 3 shapeshifting skills. You can also use elemental skills, of course, and some plus life and resistance charms. Not fully stacked inventory. I don't really like to stack it with all perfect charms all the time, because it's very unrealistic that you have only perfect charms, right? Get my Feral Rage up. So imagine this would be pretty nice, for example, in something like Terrasha's Tomb. I mean, it's not necessarily the best build for cows, because cows you need a lot of AoE damage, and this is a melee build first and foremost. But you can also take a look at another area I like very much if you have watched my videos. So this is Travincal, of course. Oh, and we need to recast Armageddon like every 20 seconds or so. It depends on how much points you put into Fissure. But I guess it's not that big a deal, right? You don't even really need that. You could also put your points into something else. You can... But I find it very synergetic to our minus fire resistance, minus enemy fire resistance gear. So yeah, this is the Destruction Druid. Like Fury Druid with the Destruction rune word. It's more like a showcase of the Destruction rune word, I guess. And again, you can also switch to like a two-handed option with the Cryptic Axe and have more physical damage. And still enjoy all the animations that come with this rune word. It's just pretty nice, to be honest. Just so much going on. But yeah, that's about it. And thanks to the latest viewer, Luciana Lupilato, who commented on my last video about the Destruction rune word. Otherwise, I may have not stumbled on it. So thank you very much. And I hope you enjoyed this little video about the Destruction Druid, Destruction Fury Druid, Fury Destruction Druid. Call it whatever you want, but you can just try this out and have some fun. It's not always about like what is the fastest build, what is the quickest way to farm. It's also about having fun while doing so. So that's about it. Good luck, have fun, and goodbye.